The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the owner, staff, or management of this radio station.
Motherhood Incorporated proudly presents Military Mom Talk Radio live on TogiNet.com. Co-hosted by Robin Boyd and Sandra Beck, the owner of Motherhood Incorporated. Military Mom Talk Radio is here with a powerful platform for women to discuss their ideas, issues, and concerns with respect to the military lifestyle. Military Mom Talk Radio encourages you to share your experiences of being a military wife and mother. This show is dedicated to educating your family about the many resources that are available in both the public and private sector, and we'll be sharing helpful information from women all over the world. We'll cover everything military, from helping a family member cope with post-traumatic stress disorder, to navigating government programs dealing with family issues, to the struggles of deployment, along with being a working mother both in and out of the home. This is Military Mom Talk Radio, and here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey, military moms, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Robin Boyd, and we are coming up on the 4th of July, Robin. I'm so excited to have Independence Day just around the corner.
It is exciting. You know, of course, we've had rain up here in New England, but it is the epitome of summer. Everybody just looks forward to it. It's the time to kick back, have picnics, have the first crops of the season, and yeah, it's exciting. It's really, it's honoring our country and having that pride in our country and what it all stands for, and that's pretty cool.
Well, I have a special guest with us here today. His name is Zach, and he is 6 years old, and he's going to tell us, in his opinion, hey, Zach, what does it mean to have the 4th of July?
They're gonna milk a cow.
What? They're gonna milk a cow?
Yeah.
What is the 4th of July about? Do you know what they're celebrating?
I don't know.
No. What do we do on the 4th of July? What do we do? What do we go see?
Fireworks.
And why do we see fireworks?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, there's our education system all in one fell swoop. Do you want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July?
Happy 4th of July. I hope you see the people milking the cows.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Wow. God, every time I see a cow now, I'm just going to think of Zach.
I just, it was funny because I don't remember at this age knowing what Independence Day was or the 4th of July, other than, that we had flags and fireworks.
We had a parade back in my day, and which was, the little town parade, which was always fun. Everybody got their bikes all decorated in red, white, and blue, and the town would sometimes have fireworks, but our community here in Hooksett usually does fireworks for their old home day celebration, so we don't do it anymore in our town, but there's a lot of fireworks in a lot of local areas.
That's wonderful. See, we have almost none out here in the high desert because it's right in the middle of fire season, and our fire season started early. So we have taken the kids down to Dodger Stadium, to Santa Monica Pier to watch the fireworks, but it's nothing like it is in other parts of the country where we don't have fire danger.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, we've had a lot of limitations sometimes. A number of years ago, we had a wonderful exhibit. We had a town fair near a town where we used to live, and instead of fireworks, what they had, it was stunning. It was this wall of water. I don't know what it would be called. It was, imagine like these fountains shooting water straight up. So it almost made this wall of fire, and they had the most breathtaking images that they could reflect off the water just like it was a movie screen. And they beamed this amazing patriotic music. It was, of course, God Bless the USA, and it was just a montage of pictures and patriotic music. And I have to say, that was one of the most breathtaking things I've ever seen. I mean, to me, it far surpassed fireworks, and fireworks are great. But this was amazing, and I would love to find another company again to find out if we could do this somewhere in our community, because it was breathtaking.
Oh, that is so much fun. You know, Rob, we grew up on a lake, and we would buy our own fireworks, usually from Ohio or Pennsylvania, you know, as New York had outlawed them. One time we all got to pick some. We go over the border to Ohio, pick some, and everybody else was picking bundles and stuff, and I picked this, like, super cone, like it was called a volcano, and we put it on our front dock. You know, we put it at the end of the dock, and this thing shot like a volcano's worth of sparks, like all over my dad's house, all over the neighbor's house. They were out there with the hose. So, and this is exactly why we don't let civilians play with fireworks.
Yeah. You know, a lot of military bases have had to cut back this year. I don't know if you've been kind of picking up on some of the newsreels, but a lot of the bases have not been able to provide fireworks this year, which is kind of, I know Lejeune, I think, is not, which used to be a big one. But with financial cutbacks, they really are expensive to have them professionally done.
They are expensive. And, Rob, your schools are out, right, in your area?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
My schools are out, and my kids are sitting here across from me on my equipment thinking that I will not stay on the air. They better knock it off and sit and eat. But I'm just going to say to every parent out there, listen to this. You sit down and eat. You sit down and give me the stuffed rat. Thank you. They were certain, Rob, that I wouldn't do that on the air. They were smirking at me and looking at me, and by God, I did.
You know, my kids to this day remember we were at a restaurant, and we had been to a family fair kind of thing, and we sat down, and the kids were just fidgety. And in my mind, I'm thinking it's really not fair to make them sit in this restaurant because they had just had it. And so I looked at my husband, and I just, across the table, said, give me the keys. And he kind of glared at me for a second. I said, give me the keys. And I had one kid over my shoulder, one kid under my arm, and I told the maitre d', I said, I'll be back in an hour. Feed my husband, I'll be back in an hour. And I took the kids out right in the middle of the restaurant.
And we're not going to be paid.
In 1 hour, I pulled up to the door, and I told the man at the door, go get my husband. My husband came out. He took the car, and I had my hour up for dinner.
Isn't that brilliant?
They had dinner for me. They had a bottle of wine. It was just a riot. And I'm just one of those moms that when something wasn't right, you know, we stop it right then and there. You know, the behavior stops. This is not going to happen. And they remember me walking out of a store or walking out of a restaurant or walking out of wherever just because. That's what it is. And, you know, it is hard. I was going to say it's hard when you're a mom and you only have X amount of time to get the things done that you need to do. But on the other hand, there are times when, you know what, the kids just can't deal with an adult schedule. They just aren't able to.
Right. You know, and I, as a single parent, there's no go-to person, there's no relief. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we do this warning system where I point at both of my eyes, and then I point those fingers at them, and I say, I'm watching you, and that's strike one. And then strike one is I point to my watch saying, timeout's coming. And then like a baseball batter, you're an umpire, I'm like, all right, you're out. And, you know, there's no other option. Kids are kids.
Oh, well, but you know what I did want to talk about a little bit today before we get into out of the first segment here. Even though a lot of the bases are cutting back on fireworks, there's an awful lot of places that are doing a lot of celebrations, and I kind of just wanted to drop a few names. If you are in the Sandusky, Ohio area, Cedar Point is doing a tribute to the armed forces over the 4th of July week. And I think it's a sister kind of organization called Valley Fair, which is in Shakopee, Minnesota. They're doing military appreciation. But if you go to military.com and you look for Independence Day and then look for 4th of July discounts, there's a whole list of stuff, all things that are happening over this next few days. Raging River, Pittsburgh Pirates, Philadelphia Phillies, Naples Zoo if you're down in Florida. There's a ton of things that are happening, and it's all with the military in mind. So I wanted to
wonderful.
Put that out there. Military.com, and then look for Independence Day, and then you will find 4th of July discounts.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
And we've
really expensive.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about that anyway. Don't hesitate to bring out your military card, because it really is amazing how many places are honoring them and making sure that you do take advantage of those discounts.
Yeah, it does. It saves a lot.
Sure does. Sure does.
You know, and the other thing, too, what I've seen, Rob, is it really allows the establishment to show their thanks and gratitude. You know, it's like it's not just for the benefit of the service member. You know, it allows us as a population to say thank you, you know, by saying, look, we'd love to give you this discount, or we'd love to give you this special privilege. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of my veteran friends are like, oh, I don't really need that. Oh, I don't really need that. But the fact of the matter is you're also then depriving somebody like me or you, Rob, of saying thank you for your service.
Right, right. And it's wonderful when you do see that sort of, well, it's almost like a solidarity, if you will. I mean, people are coming together, like you say, to say thank you. And the one way we can as a nation is to be able to come together with things like this. And so I hope people are doing something over the 4th, even if it means putting out a flag or maybe writing a note to some military. We'll talk with our guest today, Debbie Gregory from Military Connection, about some of the things that we can be doing to send some notes out or to be able to connect with people, just to be able to say thanks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think, you know, I hope that she'll talk about Veterans Court, and she'll talk about a lot of things that we have going out here, you know, that really are going to make a difference. Yeah, yeah.
I know we probably will have something on the other side of the break, and I'm just kind of looking to see if we're kind of getting close. We are getting close. We're getting close to the tunes. Stay with us. We'll have Debbie Gregory after the break.
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
Tune in to the Travel Chick Show with Bonnie Kitohata, Mondays at 4 p.m. Pacific here on the Rockstar Radio Network. Bonnie will share with you an hour of travel ideas, experiences, adventures, and tips from her guests. Topics range from local day trips to international excursions, from organized professional vacations to spur-of-the-moment getaways. For fun or business, groups or solo, by bus, car, plane, train, boat, bike, hike, or horse. You'll also hear about travel-related subjects like cultures, travel photography, keepsakes, and more. Whether you love to travel yourself or you enjoy seeing the world vicariously through others, join us and enjoy travel stories from around the U.S. and around the world. For more information on The Travel Chick Show, check out Bonnie's website, thetravelchick.com. Then join us for the show, The Travel Chick Show, live Mondays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, with your host, Bonnie Kitohata, here on the Rockstar Radio Network.
We'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com. Covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sale at the VX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey, military moms, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Robin Boyd, and our guest today is Debbie Gregory, and she's just so amazing, Rob. The work she does with Military Connection and VAMBOA, the Veteran Business Association, and then I was able to visit with her and meet her in person at Gold Coast Veterans Foundation, which is doing great, great things out in Ventura County in California, where they have a veterans court where people who are in service and then come back and have trouble with the law, since they seem to fall in a few categories, very minor things, they can go to a veterans court. And it's really neat to see it, Rob, because, typical court, you have anything under the sun goes. And in a veterans court, it's yes, sir, no, ma'am, right away, sir, yes, sir, you bet. It's really, really an amazing thing. And I think, since especially, drug use is so prevalent and attached to PTSD and deployment issues, it's really something to think about, that when our young men go over to serve and they come back with certain issues and we either can't help them or may they make one choice, that they shouldn't be lumped in the jail with everybody else, that there's different conditions and they put them in different programs. I think that's really important.
That is important, and how interesting, and things that we wouldn't think about. So I'm glad that she's going to be with us to kind of give us a little more light on that. Plus, I'm sure she's going to talk a little bit about things with VAMBOA, which is the Veteran and Military Business Owners Association. That we haven't chatted with her about that for a while either.
No, I'm interested to see what's coming up with VAMBOA, because I think, again, just a very exciting opportunity for veterans, And I think it's so funny, Rob, when we talk about veterans, because I still have that idea in my head, that a veteran is, a 70, 80 something person. And, I think a lot of people forget that our current veterans can be 19.
That's correct. Or a son-in-law like I have.
That's right.
I know. Well, Sam, before we get to chat with Debbie, I found a song. We had a lady write to us and wanted to share this song that she wrote. She wrote this when her son was about 3 years old, between 3 and 5, and he watched his dad deploy. And now this young man is 20 and is enlisted in the Army himself. So this woman has seen her own father, she's watched her husband, and now she's watched her son leave for the Army. It's been a very long and painful journey, she says, but she is so proud of them, and never once has she ever doubted their patriotism. Sabrina, if you can cue it up and get it started, we'll listen to Evelyn Pena-Dubois. I guess it's time for you to go again.
I know something's happening that's on all the TVs. Mama silently cries, she doesn't want me to see. Daddy's in the Army, it's motto, be all you can be. I know something's brewing in some faraway country. The last time he had to go, he was away for 8 months. My sister and I missed him so very much. The president's on the big wide screen, and I recognize the name of my daddy's tactical team. I see you walk by with your 2 green duffel bags, asking mommy if she's seen your ID tags. I guess it's time for you to go again, so don't worry, Daddy will be alright. I just want you to win this fight, or bring home the peace, whichever you do. We'll be here waiting and counting on you. I'll be brave, you just wait and see. For the last time you left, I was only 3. I know I cried a lot and hurt deep inside, but I'm a big boy now, I'm already 5. almost Christmas time. You know you'll miss Santa, your presents, and all the snow. No time to think of the now. I have to be brave, but once again you have our country to save. I guess it's time for you to go again, so don't worry, Daddy, we'll be alright. I just want you to win this fight, or bring home the peace, whichever you do. We'll be here waiting and counting on you. I'll take care of my sister, she's smaller than me. Just this November she barely turned 3. I'll hold her hand when we cross the street, and I won't let her talk to strangers we meet. I guess it's time for you to go again, so don't worry, Daddy, we'll be alright. I just want you to win this fight, or bring on the peace, whichever you do. We'll be here waiting and counting on you. Counting on you.
Oh, thank you so much. That was by Evelyn Pena Dubois. You can find her song on YouTube. She has her channel, Evelyn Pena, and that's P-E-N-A. Dubois is spelled D-U-B-O-I-S. Thank you, Evelyn. Do we have Sandra back? We are waiting on. There you are. I was going to say we're waiting on Sandra, but we can.
Well, I was trying to mute. My children they've gone bananas, Rob. I just got to tell you, we've got, it's 100 degrees in the house. We have no air conditioning. We have a windstorm, so the things are closed, and I don't know how long I'll be able to hang on the show.
That's okay. Debbie and I will chat away. Well, let's say hi to Debbie because we haven't chatted with her in a while. Debbie Gregory is with us from militaryconnection.com. If you've not visited that website, you do need to. It's just chock full of advice and resources. She's also the founder of Veteran and Military Business Owners Association. Debbie, hello. Welcome.
Hi, both of you. It's been too long.
Oh, we're so glad.
It is hot. It must be really
Debbie,
hot where you are.
Tell everybody about your award because I'm just so proud of you. I could bust a gut.
Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of Give an Hour. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization. Their founder, Dr. Barbara Van Dalen, was Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People in 2012, was one of them. And they do an amazing thing. Those that don't know about it should. They provide free and confidential counseling to militaries, veterans, and their families. They have a network of 7,000 mental health professionals, and each of them donate at least 1 hour a week.
An hour, okay. And do all organizations have the opportunity to do this, or is this sort of a select cross-section?
No. Anybody that calls. It could be a military veteran. It could be the significant other. Maybe someone that's not covered by insurance. Because when veterans and military are going through PTSD or mental health issues, it affects everyone they love. And this is a wonderful organization that has 7,000 volunteers, and they're part of the Clinton Global Initiative with Got Your Six, where they're going to bring aboard 100,000 more mental health professionals dedicated to military and veterans. And I was just so honored to be chosen as the civilian awardee for the Commitment to Service Award. And I got to go to New York City, and they had a celebration of service. There was a concert at B.B. King's. The military service awardee was Colonel Dave Sutherland. I don't know if you know him. He used to work for the Joint Chiefs. He's with Easter SEALs and the Sutherland Group, and he is amazing. He's a friend, so it was nice to be able to go there and have the friend be the military person.
And you were honored. My gosh, that's amazing, Debbie. Congratulations.
Yeah, it really was amazing. And so was New York City amazing, especially for a California girl. I've been there before, but I forget how fast-paced it is.
Oh. Now tell us where this website is if people want to look into this Give an Hour.
giveanhour.org.
Okay.
And anybody that needs help, it's confidential. It doesn't go on anyone's record. And also, it's free. And as I said, they have 7,000 mental health professionals nationwide, and they are working very hard. They're a very collaborative group. They work with other groups. They were one of the joining forces groups selected last year. They're just an amazing group. That's what's so great about what we do. Yes, we are job board and we do recruitment advertising and we do education advertising, but we dedicate probably a third of our time and resources to working with the nonprofits, associations, and even government agencies that serve military and veterans. So that's the best part of what we do, and I just get to meet some of the most amazing people on the planet.
Oh, my gosh. How long have you been involved with Give an Hour?
Believe it or not, since 2006.
Wow.
Time
so it's
flies.
About time
You're working hard and having it with good people and having a great time. I was looking at, Barbara and I were talking about it, and we were just amazed how long it's been.
Wow. Lots of good work. Well,
that is amazing.
Leave it to Debbie to tell us about these things,
There's so many wonderful groups out there. I also want to tell you that we are launching 2 new sites that in the next month. One is called Veteran Friendly Schools, and the other is Veteran Friendly Employers. And we are going to be giving a Veteran Friendly seal of approval, and we're going to highlight those employers and those schools. It could be colleges, it could be vocational schools, certificate programs that are going above and beyond for veterans and military. And maybe it'll inspire others to do the same thing, is what our hope is.
Veteran-friendly schools and veteran-friendly
employers.
Okay.
And it's not launched yet. It's going to be, and it works well with the areas that we focus on. Jobs and school are 2 major areas for those coming back that they have to decide what they're doing and
right.
Where they go from here with the rest of their life.
Let's hear more about it when we come back. We're on Military Mom Talk Radio with Debbie Gregory today from Military Connection. Be back in a moment.
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
Mobile is the future, and the future is now. Listen in each week, Tuesdays 4 to 5 Central, to Brilliant Mobile Marketing with your host, Mobile Mary, as we simplify the hottest marketing channel, mobile marketing, and share secrets on how you can use mobile to be more brilliant, be more profitable, and have more fun in your industry. Join us each week to learn from brilliant business leaders on how to simply and easily capture a list of raving fans and turn them into loyal customers. This show will help business owners, authors, and speakers realize their own brilliance by tapping into the insights of fellow brilliant business leaders. We will also showcase brilliant tools, both traditional and digital, that will make you more brilliant in everything you do. Don't miss your date with Brilliant Mobile Marketing and your host, Mobile Mary, America's mobile marketing expert, as she shares her success strategies every Tuesday from 4 to 5 Central on the Rockstar Radio Network.
Evermore, people have the means to live, but no meaning to live for. These are the words of Dr. Viktor Frankl, the inspiration for the movie Victor and I. That's VIKTOR and I, movie.com. And Talk Sense Radio, The Meaning Connection, with host Mary Simaluka and frequent contributor Alexander Vesley. Friday afternoons at 3, 2 Central on TogiNet.com. More and more people today are discarding their quest for money, possessions, and things, and are instead beginning a serious quest to find meaning in life. Until now, these discussions were historically in the hands of priests, ministers, and scribes, then to philosophers, psychiatrists, and psychologists. Now, these deep discussions are where they should be, in the hands of individuals, on the air with you. Talk Sense Radio, The Meaning Connection, with your host, Mary Simaluka, and frequent contributor, Alexander Vesley. Friday afternoons at 3, 2 Central, on TogiNet.com.
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com. Covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sale at the BX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Veterans for jobs. I'll talk about, that employers get, paid tax credits.
We're back, everyone. Hi. Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio. And we're chatting with Debbie Gregory. San, you're just dying over there with the heat. I hope you have a little reprieve later on this afternoon.
Oh, I hope so. But I'm really excited to be talking to Debbie Gregory today because she always brings such great new information, to us. It's so hard to find with there's so much information being out there.
Yeah, it is. What were we just saying, Debbie? You wanted to talk
we were talking about jobs for veterans.
Yes. And I think that's great.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Debbie.
I wanted to kind of give a shout-out to employers.
Go right ahead. Shout away.
Occupational specialty across the board. So go out of your way to hire them. They bring so much to your corporation, to your business. They have a work ethic that is superior. They're used to not only doing the mission, but exceeding the expectations. And also, if you don't know it already, there are wonderful tax credits for employers that hire veterans. And this was extended by Congress to the end of this year. I suspect that it will be extended again, but they start at $2,400 per hire and can go as high as $9,600 depending on specifics. So besides it being the right thing to do, besides getting great employees, it will help your bottom line.
Mm-hmm. And as much as I think it's been out there, I still don't think a lot of companies realize this.
I don't either, and so, we try to repeat the message
Sure.
to definitely hire veterans. These are people that have, from my point of view, all Americans owe those that serve a huge debt.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the veterans today have done 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deployments in Afghanistan or Iraq. They have done everything, including writing a blank check, up to including their lives. Their families have made tremendous sacrifices, too. And when they come back, they deserve the American dream more than anybody, and it's up to all of us to pay that debt down and to do whatever we can. It doesn't have to be something huge, but just make a positive difference. Even a small one goes a long way.
Wow. Yeah. And now you do have resources on your website for job searches and upping your resume and all of that, don't you?
Right. We even have interviewing questions. We have the military skills translator where you put in what you did in the military and it gives you some of the occupational areas in the civilian world. This is the one from the Department of Labor that we were approved for. Also, we have a lot of employers who want to hire military that are advertising on our site. So definitely check it out. Upload your resume as a candidate. Look at the jobs. The resources are all free, and there are just hundreds, if not thousands, of pages. Everything from what to wear to an interview, how to negotiate an offer, how to age-proof your resume, interviewing questions. There's just a multitude of resources. There's a job board for those that are looking for jobs.
And you are not just focusing on the California area. This is
we're
a national
nationwide.
website.
And almost all of the employers that we work with are nationwide.
What do you think
but there
about
is something in California I kind of
skills
wanted to put out there.
Oh,
Hello?
Debbie, I don't think you heard Sandra. She wanted to talk to you about the skills calculator, which really is a fascinating element.
Yes, and I know that it's not a perfect instrument, but it's better than not having it, and they're improving it all the time. And you put in your military specialty occupation and some of the things you've done, and it gives you some options. So that's a good tool to use. It's right in the employment area of the site. One other thing I kind of wanted to put out there, and it is kind of California-oriented. I'm working with the California Department of Veteran Affairs and Habitat for Humanity, Northern Los Angeles. They are building 100 homes for veterans, and these are brand new, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, affordable homes. You don't have to put anything down. The qualification is an income in the 50s to the low 70s total income. And the payments are very reasonable, and they cover not only principal and interest and taxes, but utilities and HOA fees. And what else is great about this particular project, Habitats for Heroes, is that those that are there are going to get ongoing resources, how to do your finances, resources for your kids. The outcomes of those that live in this particular habitat's home are just extraordinary. And I was honored to put them together with CalVet, and now they're doing this project, and hopefully this will be the first 100 homes. These homes, by the way, aren't too far from you. They're in the Santa Clarita area.
Oh.
And it's brand new. It's a beautiful area. It's right behind open space. There's a community center across the street. There's a high school and a middle school. And also, we're talking about veterans of all eras. We're talking about wounded warriors, and we're talking about families of the fallen. They're all eligible for these homes.
Now, where
but in California, affordable homes is not usually, something we hear much about.
Is there a website that people can go to find more about that?
Let me do this. Let me give you my email, because I don't have the website in front of me, and I might have to search for it. And I will, if you put in there, Homes for Heroes, I will send the information. It's info@militaryconnection, and that's singular.com.
Great. So
they're
that
taking
people, if they're
applications
interested
right
in
now.
finding more about that program, are they still looking for volunteers or companies to help with the building and the providing of the resources?
They're always looking for to help with there's sweat labor that the veterans do, but there's companies that help refurbish it. They're always looking for. In addition to these homes, this habitat, I was involved where we refurbished a home for a wounded warrior, and it was amazing, all in one day.
Wow.
And there were companies there, and everything from heating and solar to, one of the big box stores. Everybody was in there, and everybody was actually rolling up their sleeves and doing the work.
That's fantastic. And I know that there are contractors and whatnot, if they have either surplus materials or they have sometimes there are things that they can't sell top of the line or whatever, but certainly are still perfectly good. This is an excellent way for them to be put to even better use.
Right. And Habitat Nationwide, by the way, has opened these restores, they call them, where a lot of these people, these contractors and so forth and companies donate materials. And you can go in there. You can get everything from furniture, knickknacks, appliances, building materials, and you can get them at a really good price. In fact, I think they're having a 4th of July sale all over.
Oh,
they're
wonderful.
called the restores, and there's one in almost every neighborhood now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. I know so many times that there are areas that either will have these kinds of homes for Habitat for Heroes or whatever, but it sounds like you gals and guys are doing such a real phenomenal job out there.
Right. This habitat is extraordinary in the resources they provide. And each of the habitats is kind of an island unto itself that's under the habitat umbrella. And I've worked with this one that is building the homes, and I've just been so impressed by the outcomes, the quality of lives for the people that live in their homes.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you say that there's it's very flexible as far as qualifying for these, you're saying?
Yes, the qualification, it's through the CalVet program, and CalVet has very competitive loan rates. You don't have to put money down. I think, and this is for California, that the payments, including everything, are between $1,500 and $1,700 for a brand new home. And that includes your utilities, your HOA, your principal, your interest, your taxes. So that's pretty good without putting any money down.
Absolutely. What are you seeing right now as far as usage of some of the veteran benefits? We've only got about 2 minutes. We may need to spill this over into the next segment, Debbie. But I know that there's been some changes in some of the veteran benefits, not only just for home ownership, but even education.
Well, the post-9/11 GI Bill is still out there.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful benefit. They've tweaked it a little bit here and there. You need to find all the nuances that apply to you, and we can help with that too. But basically, when they go to school, whatever the zip code of the school is, if they're taking 12 hours or more, they get tax fees that are private, so that it doesn't cost the veteran anything. But they get tax-free housing. Now, in my zip code, they get over $2,000 a month tax-free.
Wow.
So think about it. If you got $2,000 a month tax-free and you had a part-time job or your spouse was working, you can further your education so that at the end of the day, you can get a much better job, have a better career, and a better life.
Absolutely.
So it may be a great option, and it's not just for college. You can go to a trade school or vocational school. You can take a certificate program. It covers just about every kind of program.
That's phenomenal. And so many times the older a veteran gets, they forget about it and don't realize that even if you've been out a while, you still can take advantage of these. We're going to talk more with Debbie Gregory from Military Connection and VAMBOA after the break. We're excited she's with us here on Military Mom Talk Radio. Be back in a moment.
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
Do you feel like when you watch a cooking show or read a food magazine that the recipes are not practical for a busy family? Do you wish you could have a conversation with someone about the best way to get dinner on the table fast after a long day at work? Are you tired of cooking dinner only to have your family turn up their nose at all of your hard work? Do you want to hear more about healthy living and finding more time to find your passion in life? Well, pull up a chair and visit with Heather Tallman, host of Around the Kitchen Sink, Thursday nights at 10 p.m. here on TogiNet Radio. Like many women, finding balance in life and time to take care of yourself is hard to do. Between managing a career and marriage and children and a busy family schedule, it's hard to maintain a sense of self. And Heather shares how she does it. Check out Heather's website, basilmama.com. Join us for food and a whole lot more on Around the Kitchen Sink with your host, Heather Tallman, Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Are you yearning to connect with those close to you who have passed on? Do you feel you'd be more at peace or more in balance in your life if you could only have that connection? Now you do.
It's time for Alex Laws and the Alex Laws Hour. Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central here on the Rockstar Radio Network. Alex discovered an incredible balance that allowed him to listen and receive messages from the other side. Not your traditional psychic medium, Alex has spent the last 27 years as an endurance athlete and entrepreneur. At the core of Alex's abilities is his knowing that in order to open one's soul to the universe, one must open their heart to being authentic. The wisdom Alex has shared from those beyond the veil has helped at an international level and changed people's lives and sometimes, too, their direction in life. Need help with your life or business direction? Tap into the spiritual realm of Alex Laws. For more information, check out alexlaws.com. Then join us for the Alex Laws Hour with Alex Laws, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central, here on the Rockstar Radio Network.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com. Covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sale at the BX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Military Mom Talk Radio today. Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd with you here. And if you've missed any part of the show so far, you will want to check us out at militarymomtalkradio.com. You can always find our 60-some-odd podcasts that we have in the bank on iTunes. We're always here right here on the TogiNet Network on our show page. So do take us to the beach, take us to the car trip to wherever you're heading, and check out some of those podcasts because we've got some great information for you, including today's show that we are enjoying with Debbie Gregory today from Military Connection. And just as we were heading out to the break, we were talking about taking advantage of not only veteran benefits for home purchases, but we're also talking about education. And you also wanted to start talking, Debbie, a little bit about my CAA because spouses need to pay attention to veteran benefits as well, don't they?
Yes, absolutely. The MyCAA program is designed and recognizes that military spouses move with the territory. That's part of the military life. And it's designed for what they call not to get a degree, but training for portable careers. So something that if you were to go and be relocated to another base, you could take it with you. Maybe it's doing medical billing. Maybe it's, anything that would be considered portable, and it'll pay up to $4,000 for the training. And it's a wonderful benefit for military spouses. I also want to mention that with the post-9/11 GI Bill, that in certain instances, you can transfer your benefits to your dependents, the education benefits to your wife or to your children. So that might be something for a military spouse that maybe is looking to, go do more than just a portable career. And I mean, you'd be amazed with the portable careers. I actually talked to a woman who had a online wedding planning service that was approved for my CAA.
Wow. This is really intriguing because, as you say, there are so many times that people just aren't able to either find a job, secure a job, or keep a job because they know they're going to PCS before long, and it's very, very challenging. This is exciting.
I know, and sometimes employers realize it too, and they're not as anxious maybe to hire a military spouse. And yes, it's hard when they leave. Because you lose a friend, but they are just extraordinary employees, too. They have that work ethic, and we have never had a military spouse that's worked for Military Connection that we haven't loved and valued, and we were sad when they left. We understand that happens, and but I would never not hire them because of it.
I think, too, just as some companies should be really looking at their veterans as far as employers, I really think that they are needing to pay attention to the spouses because
Absolutely.
it's so difficult.
These women are taking care of everything while their spouse is deployed. They're running the home. They're doing the honey-do list. They're taking care of their children. They're very, very capable people. And my experience has been I've met so many that value education, have degrees and advanced degrees. They bring so much to the table as an employee. And also for big companies, hotel chains, as an example, or your local, Home Depot or Lowe's. If you have someone that's trained and is valuable, it's likely that you might have an opening someplace else and you don't have to start at square one retraining them. So hiring a military spouse can be very advantageous, I think.
And I'm really intrigued that you said that some of these veteran benefits can be transferred not only to spouse but dependents. That's really neat.
Right. It depends how long they've served. There's different restrictions, and I'd like to double-check them because they are changing. But when they can be transferred, there are a lot of guards, people in the Guard and Reserve that do extra tours so they have the time in, so they can transfer them. And I can tell you firsthand, my son recently graduated college. It costs a lot of money to put a kid through college.
It does, doesn't
So that's a great benefit, for anybody.
Every little bit helps, and boy, like you say, it's so expensive to go through. Well, congratulations on your son's endeavors. I'm hoping.
I know, and he has a paying job now. I'm doing the happy dance. He's been doing internships that haven't paid, and he finally found something wonderful, and he's excited about it. And as soon as he accepted the offer, I started with a happy dance. And
what's his industry?
He is actually he has a BS in business administration and marketing, and this is a sales marketing job with a company that does analytics and measures success of different industries.
Oh, that's exciting.
He was going to go for a while in sports. He's a sports enthusiast. I mean, he can tell you any score, anything, and he did an internship with the show Sports Science on ESPN and with World Class Sports. But at the end of the day, I think that he came to the conclusion that it wasn't really what he wanted as a career. And it's good that he came to that on his own. He did a year of free internships with both of them, and he learned a lot, and he learned enough that he's looking at something else. It takes a long time to get, to really get to a level where
are so valuable because that's exactly what happens. You get a taste of that particular industry, and then is this right for me or isn't this right for me? And I think it's really a disservice when colleges wait until your fourth year before you get out and do an internship because you've just spent 3 years in something, studying for something that maybe you're not going to like when all is said and done.
Well, Jason actually had to register for units because that's the way the internships work after he graduated. In order to be accepted. And, it's a good industry. It's just that it takes years and years to really get into a position of responsibility and make decent money. And the jobs that were available now were not high on his radar at this point in time. So he was kind of, he came to the conclusion himself. Now, if his parents had said, you need to get a job someplace else, it wouldn't have had the same impact as him learning it himself.
Isn't that the truth?
I know. And, next time we're looking at an opportunity that might be kind of a remote business that military spouse and veterans can do. And after I do all my homework on it, I may, the next time I'm on your show, talk about it.
I'd love for you anytime you have something new. What else is there? We're probably going to just have a few more minutes before the end of the show, Debbie, but what is on the horizon for Military Connection or VAMBOA?
Well, something I'm very, very excited about. I'm on a nonprofit veteran foundation, and my dream was that we have a veteran service center that's a one-stop facility where veterans can come and all of their needs can be met. And I thought it was going to be a couple years down the line, and the board I'm on was fantastic. They embraced this, and we partnered with the Ventura Community Foundation. They had purchased a brand new 54,000 square foot building, and guess what? We are open.
Wow.
And we work with the Veterans Collaborative and all these nonprofits. You can go in there, you can get your benefits, and we're hoping that it can be a national model to be able to go to one place and, be able to get your benefits, get nonprofit resources. We've got also, in addition to the veteran resources, United Way's in the building, Interface 211's in there, the Community Foundation. So it's just a nonprofit. And the Nonprofit Center for Excellence is in there, too. So I am just so excited about this happening.
Wow. Where is this located right now?
It's located in Ventura County, and it is the Gold Coast Veterans Foundation Service Center. And we have about 3,000 square feet plus meeting rooms where veteran groups can come in there. We have everything from we work with the Veterans Court. We work with the universities. We have a program, Artists for Trauma, healing, meditation program. We're trying to bring aboard attorneys that will help with civil matters and mediation.
Yep.
The collaborative that does everything. We have the Veteran Service Officer in there registering people for benefits. And we just opened up, so we're not full yet, but the idea is that we'll have a regular schedule, and a veteran can look at it and say, well, this is a good day for me to come in, and it's one place, and it's a place where they're comfortable.
Wow. Debbie, you just amaze us so much. We have had a plethora of information from you, whether it be Habitats for Heroes, whether it be veteran-friendly schools, veteran-friendly employers, whether we're talking about portable careers for spouses. This is phenomenal. And I want to one more time say info@militaryconnection.com is your website if anybody has...
Well, that's where they can send us an email. And the website is www.militaryconnection, that's singular.com. And there's something for everyone on that website.
Absolutely something for everyone. Debbie, you're just amazing.
I think you two are very amazing, too.
Thank goodness that you received that award, because we can't hug you and thank you enough. So, Debbie,
I was very honored, and there's a lot more deserving people than me. I am just so... excited when I see people that are really stepping up and helping those that serve.
Well, thank you for being their spokesperson and making it all happen. Debbie Gregory, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Next week, you're going to want to join us. We're going to have our roving veteran correspondent, Stephen Boyd, joining us. We've got a segment of Sizzle. If you've been with us before, you know Susie Manning is going to find the most empowerment to make your day, make your week, make your month, make your future. Susie Manning. And then we're going to hear from Dr. Bill Harley. He's going to talk about his book, His Needs, Her Needs, a new book on marriage. So you're certainly going to want to tune in for that. For Sandra Beck and for Debbie Gregory of Military Connection, this is Robin Boyd. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July celebration. Happy birthday, USA.